We're live. Are you gonna introduce us or?
Hello, welcome to today's edition of Out of the Darkness. I am your host, Q, and I am here with Soder again. We are here to discuss some of the biggest topics facing American culture today from a young conservative standpoint. Wanted to come in and visit with you guys. We had such a great showing of support after our last live chat that we wanted to make sure we brought that back to you guys. Just some constructive conversation. We're not going to always agree on all points that we discuss, but that's what makes it great. That's what makes America America, that we can have differing opinions but still walk away having a profound level of respect towards one another and have constructive criticism for each other's ideas. Don't ever believe anything that you cannot stand up to and will not stand up to criticism. Be very careful about touting such things. Anything we believe should be able to stand up to criticism. So today we're going to be discussing some pretty heavy topics, from everything from illegal immigration to the Second Amendment and gun laws here in the United States, and also talking a little bit about voter rights and voter suppression and what that means in today's day and age. But grab some popcorn, and we're going to have a great time as Soder and I discuss some of these very important topics to our culture. Soder, how's it going?
Well, I'm glad tax day is almost over. Filed my taxes today, so
Yeah.
that was fun.
So do you wait till the last minute all the time?
It's mostly a combination of forgetfulness and just really don't like dealing with the federal government.
Yeah.
It's not a favorite thing of mine.
Yeah.
We don't get along.
Yeah, okay. You know taxation is theft, right?
Oh, do I?
Oh, do you?
Oh, do I?
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to all the roads that are going to be fixed tomorrow and over the course of the next month or so, all those potholes that are going to get filled.
We're in Minnesota, so there are potholes for days. So, yeah, we could definitely keep a couple of road crews busy just in our little county. So, yeah, there's potholes everywhere.
Potholes everywhere, and I think most of our roads are gravel, so
yeah, they're pretty washboard.
They're pretty much one big pothole.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but that's what our tax dollars go towards, though, right?
Ostensibly, yes.
Yeah,
or at least half of them.
Well, then our governor here in Minnesota is proposing a huge gas tax. So that's going to make our roads like heavenly, right?
Maybe. There was a town hall the other day I went to, and I found out that what was it, 7 cents out of that 20 would go into the general fund.
How much?
7 cents.
7 cents out of the 20.
Yeah.
So that's it. So where would the rest of it go?
In the transportation budget, where it should be in the first place.
Okay. I thought the whole purpose of a gas tax was to give us better roads.
Well, and also, pad the general fund too.
Oh, sure.
Does a lot of other stuff. Important things.
I do not believe that Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, I do not believe that he truly wants a gas tax. I feel like that is bargaining. I feel like it's a bargaining tool. I figure it's like, the first rule of negotiation is if you want a nickel, ask for a quarter, right? You go and you ask for this big ask, and that way when you only have to give up, a quarter of what you asked for, people are feeling like they got a bargain. He can't possibly, 20 cents is a humongous ask per gallon of gas. And the messed up part about it is he got in by essentially appealing to the poor and disenfranchised, right? Talking about how he was going to come in and be the forgotten man's or forgotten woman's governor. Well, tell me something that more disproportionately affects lower income people than a gas tax.
Sales tax?
Yeah, okay, a sales tax in some ways, but I mean, but people have to have gas in order to get to work. You can't even get to work without fuel, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so and if you have a higher gas tax, I mean, all of the goods and services that you purchase are going to have to be trucked or be transported some kind of way. So don't you think that those expenses are going to be passed on to the consumer somehow?
Oh yeah.
I mean, so that in and of itself is going to equate to a form of sales tax, right?
I mean, all taxes do. Look at it that way, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Companies don't pay sales tax or pay higher taxes. They simply pass those on to the consumer. So absolutely. So when you get upset about goods and services costing more than what they did yesterday, well, then a lot of that has to do with the higher uh, tax programs that are out there. So absolutely. No, my MAGA hat is not in the washer. I'm a huge Vortex fan. You guys know me. I'm a huge Second Amendment guy. And so you'll see Vortex stuff. It is not MAGA. So I'm a huge fan of our president, but also of Vortex as well. So that's why you guys will see a lot of this stuff on my head. So. But thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. That tells me a lot about the viewers here. You guys are in the know. That's pretty exciting. So, but yeah, we wanted to talk about a couple of different things. Minnesota is making national news right now.
What?
Oh yeah.
Why do people pay attention to us?
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with our Congresswoman, Ilhan Omar.
What was the last thing I listed on this description? Are we going backwards?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I think a lot of times when people think Minnesota, Ilhan Omar definitely is one of the more, I don't know, we're known quite bigly, as our president would say, by her antics. So yeah, I talk to people all over the country, and yeah, I get a lot of questions about Ilhan Omar as if I had anything to do with her election. So
there we go. Just boom it up here. Just boom it up.
yeah.
Alright, sorry. What? What were you saying?
Talking about our Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. So now you voted for her, correct?
I did not.
You didn't
How could I? She's all the way over there.
all the way over there. Yeah.
Over in the cities.
Yeah.
So, no, I can't.
Huh. So
Yeah, I do not. And I know no one who voted for her.
you don't know anyone that voted for her
No, I don't.
in this great state of Minnesota? No one.
Oh, what? You guys can't understand anything?
What they're saying? They're saying that they can't hear us.
Alright, God.
Or can't understand us.
Apparently, I am booming everything up today.
Mr. Producer, we gotta get this right.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Can you hear me now? How's it coming?
No, you talk. Your mic should be.
Okay. So my mic is fine. Okay. Are you sure about that, Senor Boomer?
Well, the audio levels.
Okay, well, fantastic. So that's been the big discussion because unfortunately, President Trump and Ilhan Omar have been getting into a lot of verbal sparring match this week because she
There, are we back? That looks like we're back. Audio levels are up and down, probably. No, they're not. Dun 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 dun. Try again. Ah, it's blown out.
Am I too close? Do I need to back up?
No, it's doing both of ours for the mics. Yeah. All right, just.
So.
Oh, not.
Atlas Q. So we're still streaming then.
Picking up your.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what exactly am I to address?
I believe you were talking about Ilhan.
Yeah, I'm totally over that subject. Yeah, I'm totally over that subject. I'm just frustrated with the fact that, as far as I'm concerned, um, if you haven't noticed, I am black, and I'm not a fan of identity politics. It really bothers me that because I look a certain way that I'm expected to act and believe a certain way. And the problem that I have with Ilhan Omar is that, she is not an American citizen. She was welcomed here from a war-torn country. At the end of the day, man, if never noticed you were black, Q, color me shocked. All right, Keck. But the thing that gets me is that for a woman who came here from a war-torn country, that comes here and all of a sudden she has everything figured out as it pertains to how to run a government that is successful and that runs properly. We're constantly being lectured about how our government should run. If you have all the answers, why did you not put that effort into fixing your own government and fixing the government in Somalia? It seems a bit disingenuous to come here and to attempt to change the fabric of the way that we do government here when you are here because of the own inefficiencies of your own government. I mean, does that make sense to you, Soder?
Yeah. Nothing about immigration, especially when it comes to that. Like, we're letting people in who are from a failed state. We're not doing anything there.
Right.
How does my audio sound, guys? Better? All right, we'll just. So I've kind of the opinion that instead of bringing unlimited people, to fix what's there. Like, I don't mind people coming to the United States, but this idea that you have to let everyone from a doesn't make sense.
Right.
It's like, well, everyone should take in a homeless person. So
my issue with it is this. So, let's be honest and let's be real. I'm really over this whole thing where we all have to play nice and be nice and get along for the sake of getting along, but no one wants to speak the truth and just call things what they are. My biggest issue when we look at the whole scheme of things is that when you come to another country from a country as a refugee, right, that you are coming here solely because things got completely out of hand in the country that you were in, and you had to seek refuge in another country, you had to leave your home in order to save your life or your family's life, right? Why would you bring the same failed policies with you that put you in that situation to begin with, right? For example, I'm from Texas originally. We have people that are constantly coming in from Texas, right? Coming into Texas from California and from New York and from some of these other coastal, Washington and Oregon, moving into Texas. Why? Because the economy is pretty great because of the conservative values that Texas, for the most part, holds, right? And the way that they're governed. The problem is they come from these more liberal communities and they bring the same failed policies along with them. And you can't bring there here without here becoming there, right?
Well, that's a little complicated for me.
So, I think they come to Texas for the barbecue, but they stay because of the economy. I'll give you that, Keck 7. So, but it's interesting to me that people come in, they lecture us about how things should be or how things should have been, even though they're coming from failed states, and if their information was so beneficial, then why didn't it work in the states that they were in previously?
Good question. Kind of in as a side, my cousin moved to Texas,
Right.
and his mother and father moved.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went down a few years later for a visit, and they're, sorry, I should have prefaced, they're from California originally. And then they got to Texas, started complaining about all the Californians come to Texas.
Well, I definitely understand it, because we definitely complained a lot about all the Californians coming into Texas. It wasn't the Californians. I mean, look, there's a lot of great people in California. Don't get me wrong. I mean, heck, Ronald Reagan's from California, so we'll give him credit.
Well, yeah, but he also got passed a law